one of your topics.
Let's go. What did you have to say about the Tucker Carlson interview?
He just made a bit of a joke at Tucker Carlson a wee bit, didn't it? Like,
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He didn't push back.
he didn't. No, he
Didn't
wasn't really in
question.
any position to push back. To be honest,
Well, he
like
could
you're,
have said.
you're in Russia. You're in front of the guy who is famously a bit ruthless to his political opponents. So if you go in there, right, you're victimed. You're already victimed, right? There is no way that you can speak up. You know what I mean?
He couldn't have shot Tucker Carlson in the back of the head.
Well,
He could have just, Tucker Carlson couldn't be like, well, I don't know about that
No,
bang
but
dead.
not
He
that, but
couldn't
like-
have done that.
no, but
Our
he couldn't.
camera.
He couldn't he couldn't be like, oh yeah, haha, yeah, but think about this, Putin, for example.
He
Think
should
about
have
this, you
actually
idiot.
just questioned him. He should have.
He should have,
He
but I can
he said,
understand why
"I will
he
give a
didn't."
quick 30-second lesson in history," and then he actually talked for 30 minutes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Where were they? Were they in Russia?
Yeah.
In
where
the
else would
Kremlin.
he be? Yeah. Where else would Putin be?
Can you stop
At this
playing with
point?
that?
Well, presumably they
You're
might.
going to interview with the audio.
Fucking hell, man.
We did tell you before.
Should I just clear the table?
Do you have any of those autism? What do you call them?
I've got psych ward
I was
grippy
going to call
socks
them
if you want.
fiddlesticks.
Psych ward grippy socks.
I've got psych ward grippy
Why have you got
socks.
psych ward grippy socks?
Because I got them free at the hostel.
Oh, I thought you went trampolining.
No, I do have those too.
Similar socks.
They
One of
are.
them are,
They are the same
contextually
socks.
a lot more fun.
They are the same socks, though. Really.
Yeah.
Design wise, they're the exact same socks.
Maybe they should have a nice wee day out where they get to go trampolining, jump about, lose a bit of energy.
True, multi-purpose products.
What
yeah.
does this have to do with Tucker Carlson?
Please go back to it, sorry for
I'm
interrupting.
only joking.
Yeah, no, he just kind of made Putin just kind
That
of
was a joke we didn't
fucked
have.
about him for a while.
But,
That's-
well, I wouldn't get cheeky with him in the Kremlin.
I wouldn't
You're
get
not a
cheeky with
journalist,
Putin either. I wouldn't get cheeky with Putin either, to be honest.
I would. I'd be cheeky with him. I'd botwang him and then fly home in my private jet back to America.
Get on a headlock, Rush Lee's hair, like, what you like?
Land of the free, baby.
I mean, I saw the clip when he was outside and he was like, it's important that you listen to this because truth matters and we need to have all sides.
Truth, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know what
And
I
then
mean?
if he's just been like walked all over during the interview, he's not exactly giving
It
a lot
was
of
like
credit.
It will
balls in the
not-
mouth sort of disrespect level. You
It
know?
will not convince anyone who's not already convinced of which side they're on in regard to Russia. It was just him. Unless you thought the only thing that would make me support Russia in this war is if I hear the president of Russia talk autistically for 40 minutes about
Special
Slavic
interest,
history,
yeah.
then you're not going to be convinced. It was really boring. I listened to all of it.
I'll be honest, I sped through some of it because I couldn't be fucked listening to it.
I must confess, I do a little fast forward and so on and so on.
Exactly. Sci-fi's easy, does it, I can do it too.
Well, I was going to watch it, but after that description, I think I might just avoid it now.
I would watch
Watch
the
through it
highlight
at 2
reel.
times speed or something, yeah, highlights or something.
2 times a week.
Because when he insults Tucker Carlson, it's quite funny.
Is he dubbed or is it subtitles? Or?
He's dubbed.
It must have been a bit weird to actually like have that, like you're interviewing this dictator, but you can't understand what he's. I assume he can't.
He had an earpiece and he was there was
Right.
live translation
But that's
going on.
the thing is, it's like if you're not hearing it from his mouth, but if he says something, you at any point he could say something mental and you wouldn't realise till it's too late because
Well, you realise 10 seconds later.
exactly it's till it's too late.
Do you see people were saying Putin? You know how that? What's that guy called who was wearing the lifts in his cowboy boots?
DeSantis.
Just Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, people are saying Putin's doing that now.
Yeah, I saw that before I left.
Yeah,
Really?
pair of bendy ankles. He's got these boots on, and his leg goes like a bit down, and then goes about 40 degrees. Like so, his legs like he's got an extra knee basically. So it looks like he's wearing.
Putin's that brazen, like he just wears stilettos. I mean, no one's going to go, stilettos. The Emperor
Has no clothes.
Has no stilettos.
Exactly, Jesus.
Yeah, true.
Did they, in the dubbed voice, did they give him a funny voice to undermine him?
No, it
No.
just
That would
sounded
be
like a
good,
Russian
Yeah, just
second language speaker of
Ah.
English.
That's a bit...
What do
Because
you
they always
expect?
do
Like
it
an
with
anime
accent.
voice.
Yeah.
the thing is, right? He can speak English, right?
No, I
Putin
think
can
he
speak
speaks-
English.
I think he speaks general English. I heard he's fluent in German, fluent in Russian, obviously.
I know. I heard
He's
he was
okay at
something about
English.
German.
Surely you have to be fluent in English to be a KGB officer.
No, because he was a KGB officer in East Berlin. That's why he speaks German.
Oh, right, okay. That makes sense.
But what if like James Bond or that? It's like coming up against him.
Yeah, what if Mini-Me comes and tries to hit you with a golf club? What are you going to say?
Putin does look a bit like Dr. Evil, you know. Kind of egg-looking
Which
What's
one's
he
Dr.
called?
Evil?
Egg-looking man.
The guy goes,
Well, the big version of Mini-Me. The
What,
big
from Austin Powers?
yeah.
Yeah. You were the one that made the reference.
No, I didn't.
Mini
Yes,
Me.
you did, mate. You said Mini-Me.
That's Austin Powers.
I was honestly thinking of Oddball. I was thinking
It's
of
Chinese.
Oddball. Right, but he's small.
Right.
Hence the name Mini-Me.
Mini-Me was a better reference.
It's
We
not
didn't
even- it's not
didn't even
even-
do it on purpose.
It's not even small.
But the golf club, that's why I mentioned the golf club, because they have, what's his
I think
name?
we've just been good
They
for
have Oddball in the film with the German Blofeld where they go golfing.
Yeah.
That's why I thought of the reference.
What's the baldy guy with a cat called?
Blofeld. I
Blofeld,
just said that
Blofeld,
like
yeah.
a sentence ago.
Aye.
Did I not?
I don't know. Blofeld.
Nursing home podcast. Every one of us has dementia. I just fucking said that. Who's that guy again? Blofeld. That's his name. Thanks for that.
Mini-Me.
Fucking.
You have elements
He's
of
also,
dementia.
he also complained at lunch today he's going deaf, so it's going to be even better comparison with Callum.
Deaf,
So-
dumb, and blind.
Yeah, I was going to say, what
Literally.
don't you
How
have?
do you
What
think
issues don't
I've
you have now?
dementia?
The same reason you think you have early onset dementia, or have you forgotten that as well?
No, because I was standing next to Ali's car, right, and I was thinking, I've never seen this fucking car in my life.
What is this thing?
Turns out it wasn't Ali's car. I just walked into a random car.
No, it was. It
Woke
was.
up and I was pissing myself.
It was. I sat in it. It's like, I've never seen this fucking
And I
car.
was like, my hearing's getting worse, man. I can't hear this woman screaming.
No, it's honestly. Well, you wouldn't recognise my car. You've been in my car, God knows how many times you wouldn't recognise it. No chance.
I would definitely recognise your
I think
car.
the thing that makes me believe this is the fact that you can't navigate to a bathroom a lot of the time when you've already been to the bathroom. When we sit down in a restaurant or
Is
say a
that why
pub
he's
or
always
something.
pissing himself?
Yeah, that's why.
I wasn't pissing
But
myself.
the thing is, right, what you do is you'll go to, we'll tell you where the bathroom is, right?
Yeah.
You'll somehow find your way there after about 10 minutes of struggling, right?
Yeah.
And then about 20-30 minutes later, you'll ask, right, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom gone? And when we tell you to fuck off, basically, because we've already told you, you struggle for about another 30 minutes, then come back and ask us, and then we tell you.
Yeah.
So what's going on there, basically? Tell
I
me.
don't know. I mean, how early onset can dementia be?
It's not that early onset if you die in 2 years.
It's true.
There's the upside.
Why am I dying in 2 years?
Bad health.
What are you talking about? My health's tip top.
Excessive alcohol consumption.
Apart from the deafness, the blindness, and the...
I think last week's episode of the podcast might prove you wrong in that one.
Yeah.
Like, we're simply too ill to continue.
I was a wee bit hungover.
Just
A wee bit, aye. You were on the floor.
He tapped out. He tapped out of a conversation.
No.
Britney Spears sitting here.
Who's Gypsy Rose Blanchard?
She was
What they
her
got? Man
boyfriend.
chosen
Her
by
boyfriend
proxy.
killed her parents.
Yeah, but that's... You don't start the story from there. That was the end of the story.
Yeah, but the reason that she'd freed is that her mother forced her to
Her mother's was the
act
same.
like a her mother forced her
It's
to act
called
like a mentally
Oh,
disabled.
aye,
Munchausen
man.
by proxy. It's
Yeah.
where you pretend you're ill, but you're not ill.
I
Her
remember- no, I know.
her
No,
No,
mother
it's when
made
you
out-
it's when you make it's you pretend the
or by,
child's
well,
ill.
that's a by proxy.
Yeah, she was like poisoning her and saying you've got cancer and all this.
And also that they made her act as if she was mentally disabled as well,
Mhm.
Right.
which is why she comes off kind of mental.
What are you fucking laughing at?
I'm not laughing at that. That's a serious thing.
Oh, you're laughing away. What was that about?
No, it wasn't. Funny how the listeners wouldn't have heard me laughing there.
Did your mum make you do that? This podcast
That's
is
terrible,
too
you.
far. It's too
That's
far. Yeah, it's
terrible.
too far.
How do these things even come in your head?
I don't
I
know.
would never even think of that.
I
Just
don't
a
know.
terrible person.
Yeah, that's bizarre. This podcast.
My
is
mother
just-
was watching a Gypsy Rose Blanchard documentary before I left.
Oh,
Yeah.
ominous.
But she said, the first episode's free, but the rest of them you have to pay on Prime for them.
Oh,
so I
how's
would
that
just watch
work?
the first episode. I don't know, but I was like, why are you watching the first episode then? That's like, why would you tease yourself with a TV show just to give up?
I don't
Maybe
know
she's trying to convince herself to spend the money.
but how does that work? Is it on the BBC or something and the rest on?
No, it's on Amazon.
So on Amazon Prime, you can do it by episode, right?
Yeah, so is it getting released next week or whatever?
No, I don't know. I'm sure they have the episodes all there. It's just like the first one is that you know how you can on Amazon books you can sort of pre-read a couple pages. It's like that, but it's just an episode.
It's a very clever marketing technique that's
Very
clearly
clever.
hooked to your mum.
Like free samples.
Yeah, it is literally free samples. Yeah.
Free samples of a woman that was forced to be to have cancer or to pretend to have cancer.
There's
Do we
nothing better to
have
monetize.
Do we have a hot take on Blanchard?
I think it makes a lot of sense how she acts. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you see? This is the
Her
main
husband.
actually. Yeah, and no, it's not her husband. It's her boyfriend now.
Oh, as a boyfriend.
Wait, maybe they did
Yeah,
get
I
married.
think they got married. Yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone
Okay.
was saying she
They
said
were all
something like,
dunking
the
on.
D is fire.
The D is
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
My husband's D is fire.
Oh,
Do you know what though? Do you know what? Fair play to her. You know what? If she's happy in that relationship, if she thinks the D is
Right, what
no,
was the, is she still acting like a mentally disabled person?
Well, as much I think if you pretend for long enough, you will be.
well, no,
Do you
you
know what I
don't
mean?
even need to pretend. I mean, like she was clearly being abused, and that kind of behaviour.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that
you,
affected her, but the whole her mum forced her to pretend
does.
like she was mentally disabled.
She doesn't act mentally disabled.
But she doesn't act like an intelligent person.
Well, she acts like a person who's spent their whole childhood only hanging about with her mental mom.
Yeah, like
I'm surprised you have a
That's what I'm
podcast
saying.
with our three mates, Callum.
Right, enough.
Why are you just like mum off? Why is mum off? Is that what?
I didn't see her-
Sorry, you didn't say your mum was disabled.
He said she was mental.
Oh, your mum is a bit mental.
What are you talking about?
Oh, actually, I shouldn't
listen
say
to
that in
this?
case she listens to the podcast.
Did she listen to this?
No, not a chance. Not a chance she's listening to this.
You don't even listen to this.
I know.
Well, who? I mean, talking about.
Why are you on YouTube? Is this not interesting enough for you?
I'm looking up Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Oh, right, okay.
do you know who she
You
is?
don't have time to watch a whole video live
Yeah, what
or
are you doing?
podcasting.
I'm trying to work it. I think I know who she is. I heard about it, you know. But that all happens all the time, you know. People doing that shit. That happens all the time.
No,
I
it
don't think
doesn't.
it does,
happens
mate.
very
That's why
rarely.
it's such a big
Yeah,
event.
that's why the one time it happened, they made a TV show
No,
of
people
it.
are making
Yeah.
that all the time. That's like I've seen that episode like.
Watch this.
Let him cook.
He'll tell us. He'll tell us the TV show.
Like one of these like
No. Don't be around the bush, Cal. Tell us the name
one
of
of
the TV
these
show you saw.
one of these like crime procedural like documentaries like True Criminals or whatever.
What,
True
CSI
Criminals.
Miami or something?
No,
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. And it's you're talking
Wait,
about
it's can I guess is an utter bollocks.
no, well, he's talking about you know the Matthew McConaughey
no, I'm fucking
true,
not. No,
true
I'm
crime
not. I'm
where
not.
he's talking about a woman with he's talking to a woman with Munchausen's by proxy.
talking
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
about that.
What's that one? What's
What,
that?
True Detective?
True Detective. You're
I've
talking
not
about True
seen
Detective.
that.
Yes, you have. You watched it on my Amazon Prime.
I watched 1.5 episodes, right? There
So you did
wasn't
watch it
any
then?
Munchausen by proxy.
It was a woman.
He thought it was a documentary.
He thought
No,
it was a
I didn't think it was a documentary.
Matthew McConaughey's life is crazy.
I'm not,
and then he
talking
became an
about,
actor.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the one that's like True Criminals and whatever.
True Criminals isn't a TV show.
But True Detectives is a TV show.
But is that a fucking true thing? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I called you an
It's
idiot.
right there in the title, True Detective.
Why would you call it that? Why would you call it that? if
It's not called
true?
Duplicitous Detective, is it, Callum?
Okay, well, I did watch the first episode of True Detective, and I predicted correctly from the first
You're
episode.
gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin it for our listeners.
But I've not seen it. I kind of had it spoiled, so I don't want to spoil it. But I was correct about the twist. I worked that out from the second man. I
Do
could
you
see
remember
it
he
nice.
ruined Twin Peaks for us?
Yeah, twice.
I don't even know if that's true.
Well, why the fuck did you tell us then?
I don't even know if it's.
That's, two series of one of the most acclaimed TV shows of all time, 2 spin-off films, all ruined because you went, oh, that's the one where, and then told us what happens.
Well, I don't know if that's what happened.
And yet you still ruined it.
And then
because-
after we were all like, don't tell us, no, seriously, don't tell us, do not tell us. And then he went and told us. And then on a different occasion, I'd forgotten what he'd said.
Yes.
And I said, do you remember the time that you spoiled that for me? Thankfully, I've forgotten what I said. He went, oh, do you mean, and then spoiled it again.
Well, I don't know if it's a spoiler. I've not seen it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a spoiler. To me, it's a spoiler. I'm not going to watch it now because I already...
Well, I asked
think that's
my
what
mum one time, what did you watch Twin Peaks or whatever? And she said, it was. I liked it and that, but it was good. But it was shite because at the
That-
end, you know, the
Start it off there.
yeah.
But yeah, just because your mum spoiled it for you doesn't mean you have to spoil it for me and Aidan and Tom.
But she might be talking
And
shite.
Tom, yes.
I don't really.
Well, I didn't.
so.
Well, it was me and Aidan that were interested in watching Twin Peaks. I don't know
Well,
if
you don't
were
think I
interested.
can watch TV
I'm
shows?
sure
then?
you could.
What? We were talking about how we were interested in it.
That's fair.
I'm sure you can still watch Twin Peaks.
We still ruined
I'm
it.
sure we can, but it's probably lesser. No.
I think that conclusion is insignificant to the program. It's not like flipping.
What, the killer of
No.
the detective fucking program?
No, but it's not like fucking Columbo
It's
or
not for
Poirot
you
or
to
whatever.
decide.
Well, Columbo, they show you who the killer is at the start, so yeah, isn't you a fucking idiot?
Yeah, and the more details
I
you
mean-
give to a mystery story, the less impactful it's going to be anyway, no matter what the detail is.
I didn't mean Columbo, I meant Poirot.
Okay, well,
I read the entire Wikipedia synopsis for Saltburn because I thought, well, I'm never going to watch that, and then I ended up watching the film after that.
Did you
So I
enjoy
knew
it?
the entire plot before I watched the film, and it didn't really ruin it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm currently watching a TV show that I did the same thing with ages ago, where I watched a bit, got bored, and thought I'll just read what happens.
What's the TV show?
And now I'm watching it all again. It's The Man in the High Castle.
Oh, it's
Oh,
like
okay,
that's the
yeah.
one into it.
Yeah, but I know what happens
good,
to.
they
Do you know
lose
what
in the
happens?
end.
No,
Bastards.
No, that's they.
I never
they
finished
win.
it.
Well, it's not. That's not the spoiler. The spoiler is that you know what happens to John Smith's son.
No, because I know I finished it.
We need to get off the topic of spoilers because we can't even
Well,
say what
something
we're talking
happens to
about.
John Smith's son. That's not a spoiler,
Who the
and
fuck
I
is John
knew
Smith?
that. John Smith is the main character of The Man in the High Castle.
Is it no John Schmidt, man? Jan Schmidt?
They do call
That's-
they
that's
call
funny.
him they call him Obergruppenführer Schmidt sometimes, and I thought, oh, Schmidt must be like Smith in German,
Yeah.
learning stuff.
Well done, guys. I actually don't go on the Wikipedia for movies or TV shows because I know for a fact
gonna get
I will
spoiled, yeah.
continue to read and I'll get to the plot bit and I'll have a look at it.
I've done that. If I'm halfway through a book and I'm thinking, what happened there? I have to go on the Wikipedia, like back this plot of the plot
Section.
section of the Wikipedia page, and I'll have to read it just up until the point where I go, oh, I'm at that point now, so you can know what's happened before.
I went back to my parents for Christmas, obviously, and my dad recently has been trying to cut sugar because the optician said he had fat behind his eyes, which is mad. But so
Well,
he's
I know diabetes can affect sight and all that.
Is
kind
he
of shit, so-
diabetic?
he's not. He's, well, I think it's pre-diabetic, I suppose.
okay.
But so he's cut sugar completely, and he's been doing that for a good few months now. So I was back at Christmas time,
Right.
and I was absolutely desperate for something sweet, and I was like raking the cupboards. I couldn't find anything.
You gagging for it, man.
And my mum went, oh, there's a Snickers bar in the chocolate tin. I was like, oh, brilliant. I opened it. This thing was fucking green. It was a green Snickers bar being in the chocolate tin for that long. Fusty.
Ugh.
It's like,
How
minging.
how long does chocolate have to be?
I
before
don't
it
know.
goes out? Man, that's like
Must have been
money.
years this thing
Yeah.
was in the chocolate tin.
That's like flour. You know, you go in
Yeah.
somebody's cupboard and like that flour's wrong. That's not right.
I've said this to you guys before, but there was a period of time where my dad had to track his blood sugar level. Oh no, his
Heart rate.
heart rate, yeah,
Mm.
just to see where it was at each part of the day and what he was eating. And there was a mysterious spike around about 6 p.m. But it wouldn't matter if he had dinner before then or after then. So my mum was like, I wonder what that is. And then we realised that it was because the chase was on and he was really excited to watch the chase. Because she would always measure it in the middle of him, like sat like in the corner of the sofa, like, you know, absolutely desperate to answer the next question. So his heart rate was going like the clappers.
You know, it's good to have passions, you know.
I like The Chase. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
Man after my own heart.
I thought you'd gone off it because you watched it too much.
that's me. I've gone off it.
You still a big fan of it and you still a super fan of it.
Super fan.
Yeah,
I wish I had
when we
the
lived
plan to go
together,
on
every time you go on TV Guide, and obviously Challenge TV is like always blame the chase. Every single time you go,
No.
the chase! The chase is on!
That's not true. I'd only get excited if it was new, The Chase, which was on ITV at 5 o'clock, not 6 p.m. I was not going to correct your wee
sorry.
anecdote there,
Uh-oh.
but I could tell that you got the time wrong. You must not be a super fan.
I'm
Because everyone
not,
knows
admittedly, I'm not a super fan
The
of the
Chase
chase.
is on at 5. You've
could
got
watch-
Tipping Point at 4:30, which is Please to the Chase,
Nasty, man.
and then you have The Chase at 5.
The Chase is a programme for really stupid people.
No, you've got that wrong, you fucking idiot. It's Tipping Point. Jesus
You
Christ.
showed them, Cal. They sure are dumb. Those people who watch Tipping Point.
Not the watchers, the
viewers rather. Is watchers correct?
Can we just
Either or.
Can we just
Get to the
please
point.
get to the point? Jesus Christ!
We already know the point.
Fucking
He's already made the point.
But expand on it then, I suppose.
Explain yourself.
That was it. He was just saying the people.
What makes it so stupid then? What makes
Just
these
easy
viewers of the
questions,
tipping
man.
point so stupid?
Not the viewers, the fucking contestants.
contestant?
It's just easy
Oh,
questions. You
okay.
know what I mean?
And it's far more money, probably the chase.
Not really. Chase is like 100 grand sometimes.
Do you have any more talking points from the news?
So got the Burger King AI burger.
There we go again.
Is it perchance Thanos related? Burger King AI burger.
the last thing you expect
In your burger
Right,
is
Tom.
AI.
Right, Tom.
but that might be what you
Tom,
get.
what's the AI burger? I want to know.
So basically, you know how corporations like to have voting, online votes for things,
Yeah, like
and it always goes horribly.
And like in terms of like what should we name this burger?
Yeah, basically like make your own burger, make the new Whopper.
Does this story contain the N-word?
It could do if you wanted.
I'm not interested if not.
But basically, the idea is that to combat, you know how when we had the UK had the Arctic vote, the Arctic vessel, vote to
Yeah.
vote face thing,
Thing
and
you've
McDonald's had, I think it was like the
N-word make N-word
yeah
face.
basically
Yeah.
some kind of shape.
What's
It was a
this? What
McDonald's
company
thing.
is this?
Tons of them.
Yeah.
So all these companies, right, they have all these votes. So Burger King's come up with a new way to deal with these cunts, right? and you're using AI. So they're using this AI platform where you can build your burger, but you need to have certain ingredients in the burger. Otherwise,
Like bread.
yes,
What, in a burger?
Yes.
Burger.
you do need a beef patty, and you do need
That is
the
bad.
bun, but everything else. But the thing is, people are getting around it by saying like different things, and the AI's not working.
Actually cares as much to go on this platform that I would outsmart burger.
Yeah, I want to have a go at it. Sounds good.
Wait, what is it? So
they're basically finding a way to outsmart the AI, and basically make these really disgusting burgers like the cum burger, stuff like this.
what, like mayo? But to what end?
Yeah.
Well,
it's the
what
total.
point? It's not like they get served this.
What was the
burger.
point for the other ones? Wait, what's the point?
So
at the
it's so the point is for them to do that, and then they add it to the vote, and then
Yeah.
people can vote
Yeah.
for the cum burger.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Okay, I see. I can see the point in it now. To be fair.
How do you do this?
Are you actually gonna try? Cam's gonna outsmart AI while sitting next to us here.
I was like, they froze my bank account. I lost my job.
Burger King wants you to use a burger with AI. Make a Whopper with AI rather.
No, but it is these people saying, oh, we're going to outsmart AI, we'll show the computers, but all they're really doing is voting for the cum burger. They're still going
Yeah.
to they're still going to lose
Look
their job.
stupid. They're still gonna look like idiots.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are seeing it as like a new,
I'm siding with AI in this story,
a
to be
new
honest.
quote unquote trolling op.
But it's not like oh, you guys win. We're gonna make the cum burger.
No.
You outsmarted us, Burger King. There's massive billboards.
Some
Burger
old
King
granny,
burger.
some old granny getting interviewed in Lindley to go like, I didn't want this is disgusting.
And watching you,
What's-
the cum burger.
The computers made us do it. It was done on the computer.
So there's not really. I mean, in the end, there's no point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's still going
in
to
the
lose
end, it
your
is
job.
But that's the thing. Is just,
That is humanity in a nutshell. We'll be wiped out by AI, but on the way out, we'll be like, oh, cum burger. We did make it. Vote on the cum burger.
One each. I'd say that's one each.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a go at it, but I'm on DuckDuckGo.
Once to have a
man.
go at the cum burger.
No, the Whopper AI burger thing was like that.
so why can't you do it?
I don't know, can I get it up?
Common problem, Cam has.
I'm on BurgerKing.com.
You can't get your Whopper up to make a cum burger.
Go the hell up, man.
Well, it is late at night, Callum. Do you remember when they had the Impossible Burger at Burger King?
They still do, no?
The Burger King, and it was a vegan one. I think they still have
Yeah,
it.
they
And
still
then
have
the
it.
scientist in America said that it has so much estrogen.
Oh
in
yeah,
it,
the soy
it'll
burger.
make you grow breasts.
Real breasts, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good story. And they had a picture in the Daily Mail of like this man eating a burger when they had the women's
Double
derriere.
What it did.
displayed
Yeah, what
to
you talking
visualise.
Surely, if that information is out there and you continue to eat the burgers to grow double D breasts, that's your fault. Stop eating the burgers.
Did this guy actually? I presume he didn't actually have breasts and he just photoshopped a pair of tits on him. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a Photoshop job. It was just a bald guy with glasses with a pair of double E's or whatever.
I wonder, how did they get a volunteer to do that? Does anybody want to be the photo tape with double D breasts holding a burger on the
You don't
Daily
need a
Mail?
volunteer. They just use.
They just
public
take a
media.
picture of some random guy.
Probably
Just
just
like
stock photos, yeah.
Yes.
poor guy,
Photo.
Jesus Christ!
If
Imagine
you-
waking up in the morning and
If
seeing
you
that.
model for some stock photo agency,
Oh, mate.
you need to
Kiss
just
your
take what you get
any
because
kind of acting
you might
video
become a
goodbye.
meme.
Yeah.
You might become the face of a new alt-right movement. Anything can happen.
I mean, look at that old guy. What's his name?
Hide the pain, Harold.
Yeah.
How the hell did you pull? Where'd you pull that from?
What did he say?
That's like, yeah, when your grandpa starts being self-conscious again, he's like, I love you, to his wife.
Treasure these moments.
What are you talking about?
Well, that you've never pulled a reference out your pocket
Yeah,
like that.
because we don't even know he's right.
It is hide the
No,
pain.
that is, I was going to say Harold, but he went into more detail.
Hide the pain, Harold.
Hide the
Yeah.
pain, Harold.
Hide the
Hide
pain.
pain.
Hide the pain, Harold. Because
It's
he
a
was
meme.
like, looked like he was having.
Oh,
a
you
shite.
mean the old guy?
Looked like he was
Yeah.
having a shite,
I
basically.
would-
How would I not know that? I've got the internet.
How would you not know most things? You have the internet.
What most things do I not know?
Like any famous person.
Name one, I know them.
Well, I'm supposed to name one and then you say yes or no. That's a good judge.
Well, I know loads of people. I know like Jacob Elordi.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Because I had to tell you 5 times who he was and you kept calling him Jacob Malordi. And I said, no, his name is Jacob
Okay,
E.
I
Lordi.
don't know if I put fucking Barry Cohen, I know him.
Right,
Paul Mescal.
right. You've seen all the hot boys.
I know flipping Sidney Sweeney and that.
Sydney Sweeney, I wonder why I know her.
I know flipping
Are you just going to name people now?
Matt Mickelson and that.
Mad Mickelson.
Brilliant.
I know loads of people.
Okay, well, would you have to? Well, you just said 2 minutes ago that you have early onset
No, I
dementia.
didn't say that. I just say, well, it's important. Surely I can't have it this early. Surely you need to be about 50 before it's early.
I mean, this would be incredibly early for you to have
Yeah.
dementia. Yeah,
Maybe I've got some other.
you might make Guinness Book of Records.
That'd be good.
Earliest man with dementia. How bad? Well, having to like clean up your.
No, you have to spin me peas though for this.
But you have to spin your peas, but you can go to the toilet by yourself. Doesn't sound very likely.
Just sounds like you're being a lazy cunt.
Yeah, I know. Just eat the peas, mate. Only peas. Just spin your peas all day, and then letting you deal with the aftermath of you just eating beans and
fish.
peas.
I can have the fish fingers and all that, but the peas are too difficult for me.
I would say well, because you can't collect them in a fork.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can shovel the
I
fish
can
finger
use
in
my
your face.
fingers to eat the fish fingers.
I'd just give you finger foods all the time then. You'd be having like a platter, a buffet, a wedding. That'd be like your meal every day.
I don't think I'd really be working. I think I'd be at a home at that stage.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be my responsibility to take care of you, to be honest. I'd come visit you though.
Well, you said before you wouldn't.
I said I wouldn't come visit if you were a paedophile. That was the question you asked me.
No, it
I wouldn't come
was.
visit you in prison.
Oh,
No.
I remember this question. Yeah, it was a paedophile.
No, I didn't say that. I said, I did not say me. I said if your mate was.
If your
If your
mate
mate
happened to be
being
called
me.
Callum.
Right, can we not fucking no. No noise material, please. But anyway, I said like if I was mentally disabled, would you visit me? And you said you wouldn't have a fucking clue anyway. So that's what you said. That's what he said.
Do you know what? I agree with past you and he's got a point to be fair. You can tell when a picture is AI on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the future.
But
The
maybe
future, man.
Yeah, but now-
maybe not. Maybe this is the singularity. We've reached it.
I don't think we have. Because
It
like
shakes me.
Taylor Swift's AI porn you could tell
Yeah,
was
but
not
that-
actually
she wasn't doing
Taylor
a
Swift.
normal thing.
Yeah, but even if she was doing a normal thing, you could tell it wasn't actually her.
Well, I've not seen it. I don't know.
Well, I've seen the
Have I searched
censored
for it?
version
I've
of
asked that, man.
Well, you can't actually have a search for it because they blocked it. But I seen
How
a
do you know
sense
that, mate?
because it's big
Because he was
news.
tried, searched it 15 times, had his best luck, man. Tried to find it.
Yeah. But I saw the censored version of it, and it was very clearly not actually Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they aren't very good at representing. You can tell. It's not
And yeah,
the
just
person.
have a wee look at the fingers. They'll have like 15
No,
fingers for some reason.
Can it do? how does it know if you've got 2 bars? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it knows anything. That's the issue.
What do you mean? Does it know if you
It
have
just
2
compiles
bars?
things and
If you
spits them out.
type in Walloper or you type in dick pic, right, on flipping ChatGPT, whatever.
It's not the
Does
thing
it give
you
you
would ask
15?
for that, but
Okay, does it give you like 15 bars? What happens?
I don't know. I assume it's probably censored because, well, I assume one, it gives you a text answer because it's ChatGPT. And there's a text output.
Well, picture GPT, I don't know.
They all have censors on them, and also you can't type in celebrities' names anymore.
How do we have to get
I imagine he maybe made his own or something.
That is a lot. That is extreme.
There's new ones every day. You know what I mean? You can probably just copy the code for some of them and then rebuild it.
That's king of honest there.
Well, I can talk about John Fury's autobiography.
Yeah.
Book club.
Book
Book club.
Mungos Book Club. Nearly mispronounced it there.
What did you almost say?
I think you know what I almost said. It's already been said on the podcast. So anyway, so last week I sort of semi-reviewed Morrissey's autobiography.
Mm-hmm.
And actually when I got home I finished it.
Yeah.
And it just got a hell of a lot worse. It was like for the last, I'd say 100 pages or so, it was just utter drivel about. He got on to, he was living in Los Angeles and then 9/11 happened, and then honestly spent about 50 pages talking about how you can't do nothing anymore in America after 9/11.
Was he worried about airport security?
Yeah, airport security, and it's like these vicious, horrendous people in airport security. Like,
No, in fairness, airport security in America is next level.
I know, but you don't need to dedicate 50% of
definitely
your
not, yeah.
autobiography.
Your
How
life
you will be
story.
remembered to how bad the TSA are.
Get that pre-check, bro.
But for this week's podcast, I tried to read John Fury's autobiography. I didn't quite finish. I've got 50 pages left, but it was a bloody struggle, I'll tell you that.
Is it bad?
It's so poorly written. I'm actually surprised he's got a co-writer. I thought this must just be him.
Is the co-writer credited?
Yeah, yes. It's not in the front, but at the back, in the.
Is it a family member?
No, it's not. It's not another Fury. I think it's Roger Waters. Not Roger
Roger
Waters.
Waters.
Richard Waters. Richard Waters. Roger Waters.
I never thought those two would team up.
I know, but this guy loves a simile. Oh, this whole thing, the whole book is essentially just like, back in the day I fought this guy and I won, and I fought that guy and I won, and then this tiny thing in my life happened and I fought a different guy and I won. I was 14, he was 27, yeah, it was pretty easy.
Do you have any samples, Ian? Do you have any samples?
Well, I can go through some samples, but I thought first I would compare it to Morrissey's autobiography since...
Same guy, really.
Well, actually, strangely enough, I think it's rare to find two people so different but kind of also so similar.
Okay, right.
Because...
What do they have in
Well,
common?
let me tell you.
Yes.
They both have links to Manchester, 70s Manchester.
Right.
They both have English hearts and Irish blood pumping through their veins. And we are, I think, currently seeing the John Furification of Morrissey. As Morrissey gets older, he's kind of getting more and more like an Irish roofer or bricklayer. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
I think it's going to, in a few years' time, it will essentially just be John Fury up on the stage with swinging some Guardiola, you know.
How old is Morrison?
About 50,
He must be in his
No,
He
he
late
must be older
60s.
than that, right?
maybe 60s.
I think he's... No, he's...
Late 50s, early
Really?
60s, I would say.
If he was 23 when the Smiths started, must be about 63 now.
Well, I mean, they're similar age, I would say.
Did they ever meet? Is there any crossover?
I would love to see that photo. Morrissey with his fists like upraised with John
Do
Fury.
you know who I reckon John Fury would have met? He would have met the Gallagher brothers. Almost certainly.
How?
They've definitely met, man.
Yeah, but they're
Some
more
society event, you know what I mean?
they're more of a
Including that.
kind.
Some society, a high society, the Gallagher brothers and John Fury. Was this at the Queen's birthday party?
Well,
High tea.
honestly I've been reading this like it's fucking Marcus Aurelius's Meditations of like like annotating it and stuff like that. But
Brilliant.
so I've highlighted a few bits that I thought were quite funny or just ridiculous. So he talks about, he calls himself Mr. Hyde quite a lot because he like the red mist goes over him and he has to
Oh, they all do that. Like, I'm
yeah.
actually an intellectual and a softie, but suddenly when I get into the ring, I become this totally different person.
Exactly. So
Do you know what? Do you know who else does that? Cringy teens.
Morrissey.
Every
Cringy
boxer
teens who
ever.
do that.
Yeah.
Cringy teens do that. When I get the red mist, the red chakra over me, I can't control myself.
Do you think Morrissey's ever been a bare knuckle boxing?
It's a horseshoe theory, mate.
He has had surprisingly, when you read his autobiography, he talks about he had quite a few fist fights because people would call him gay back in the day.
Brilliant.
And he was not having that, and he never lost. Guy was like 5-0.
So he
fist
says.
fights. So he
So he
says.
says.
So John
Yeah.
Fury says. John Fury apparently never lost in the cobbles, but
So does on the cobbles mean?
on the street, like
Right.
bare knuckle
Obviously.
boxing.
But he was pissed when he was in the ring, apparently.
Yeah, when it was recorded in any form, he just suddenly lost.
Nah, I lost that time, to be fair. So here's one. I avoid crowds, funerals, weddings, in fact any social scene wherever there's men and drink. There could be a potential banana skin on which to slip and end up back in jail. So he's saying here that basically he can't go to a funeral in case he twats someone. There was a really strange, like he was talking about...
He does sound like one of those high school edgelords. He
So-
really does.
you know how Tyson Fury calls himself the Gypsy King?
Yeah.
That's actually a real thing. There is such a thing as a Gypsy King.
Yeah.
Where basically it's someone that has been undefeated in fights, and people can go to the Gypsy King's trailer, knock on the trailer door, and say, "We are fighting now," and he has to. It's like belts. He has to accept it, and then whoever the challenger of the belt, if he wins, he becomes the new Gypsy King. So he was talking about in this page here about a previous Gypsy King who used to do this trick. So he says, we then watched Henry Quinton gut another rabbit, because apparently he used to have loads of rabbits on him. This time the intestines were full of shit, and it was all over his mouth and running down his beard as he swallowed that down too.
What?
So the guy would gut a rabbit and swallow all the intestines, and this was in a pub, and to prove how much of a hard case he was. So
I certainly wouldn't go near him.
Lovely.
I think, see the Gypsy King thing, right? There's I understand there's if you just call himself, it's like there's a million of them at once. You know, because I watched a documentary once, because I was, the period where I was watching those fight videos, those threats where they have incomprehensible accents going, "What if I smash you, I can do it," all this, right? And there was one called Big Joe Joyce, and he used to put his hands in petrol to make them tougher, and he died of cancer.
Skin cancer though.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
This is just he always talks about how he never starts fights. He's never in his life ever started any fight.
Because
And
people
every fight,
aggravate
exactly,
him by breathing, being in his surroundings, or being in some way related to him.
being around him whilst drunk. And every time it's always it's for some really honourable reason, like they were picking on someone smaller than him or whatever.
Of course, he says that in his book.
So
He took too long to order on the queue.
as with every fight I'd ever had, someone else had started it, but I had finished it on my terms. That's honestly
damn.
that could be the whole book. It's literally just him talking about how hard he is and how much he beats up people for honourable reasons or whatever.
Is there anything surprising in the book? Was there anything you were surprised to learn
No,
about?
it's just as you said before, it's like as if you just give an AI prompt, religious boxer who struggles with mental health, write a book.
Yeah.
And it is that. He talks a lot about God. He talks about men's mental health.
Obviously.
Obviously he would, how it's important to exercise and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, this is good shit. I know I heard this before. As I say, it's like constant similes. It's like a sort of S2 creative writing piece where it's as fast as lightning, as quick as I blew it. It's like
Just
like
then.
that.
Suddenly.
Suddenly I twatted another man. It's like you can tell that he's really not used to writing things down. Like he uses really strange phrases that he would never use in his day-to-day life. Like this time he said, the only way they could stop me was by popping a cap in my head. So you're not from Compton, mate. You're he also referred to himself as a dial-a nutcase, which I think was quite good because he used to work as like a sort of bruiser in the 80s.
Brilliant.
What's a bruiser?
Like a hired muscle, basically.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
But he would only
Bring down the law of the streets.
yeah, but he would only accept honourable work.
Oh, of course, yeah.
so like killing paedophiles and that, you know.
He's an on-centre, basically.
He made a living off of that, apparently. But yeah, no, honestly, do not read. Avoid at all costs. It was not
I thought John Fury was a friend of the pod.
John Fury is a friend of the pod, but if he came here, I'll be telling him honestly.
Yeah,
and then
as
maybe
a friend, you know what I mean? Friendly
maybe he will
criticism.
honourably clap me after that. But it was a load of shit.
No, he doesn't start fights.
No, never.
We know
Is
that.
there a
about
plot? Is it just?
It really jumps about a lot. It's not. It doesn't.
Linear.
It's not linear at all. And so quite a lot of the time you're like, how old was he when this is going on? Like he never actually says. And it's like the first few pages of the book he talks about like Tyson's birth and stuff like that. So
We picture Tyson in there looking drippy, looking young, looking
Drippy.
drippy.
What?
Define drippy, Callum.
Oh, drippy, right.
Dressed to the nines, like dressed up like fuck.
Jeez, man. Well, he was wearing boxing shorts, so yeah, I
And
don't
a
know if
sleeveless
that's drippy
shirt.
and a sleeveless shirt.
Okay, I don't know about the words, but
He does look more handsome in
Exactly.
that picture
He's
than he
less
Oh, no,
fat
oh,
and he's
no,
less
no.
bald. He's not exactly handsome.
I reckon Mum would go for him in that.
He's just got long hair.
Nah, that's not the reason. He's like people would go for him in that. If like he's kind of muscular, big guy, got all his hair, all his faculties, no doubt. I'm gonna go for him.
Apparently, John Fury was a looker back in the day. People used to say he looked like Clark Gable.
did. Who said that? I wonder. Was that John Fury
It
who
was
said that?
actually John Fury
Clark Gable.
quoted and
as
saying
if.
that. But yeah,
Right,
just,
well, that's you getting a,
Does John Fury have a
getting a
wife?
fight invitation from him now.
No.
he has an ex-wife and then he left. I think he was on a break with his wife and then he left his wife for another woman when she was 19. He was 29 and that's the woman that he had Tommy and Roman Fury with.
There's a
Roman,
third.
there's a
Yeah, I
third
didn't know there
Fury.
was a third Fury.
There's more than a third. There's
He's got 6 kids.
Oh,
John
fucking
Boy.
hell.
John Boy.
That was his first. I think he might be dead. Shane.
Well, they don't call him John Man.
So see with his first wife, it must have just been John Fury having sex with John Fury must have just laid an egg because it's like Tyson and Shane are just John Fury, just kind of weirdly mutated to John Fury.
asexual reproduction.
Yeah. But with his second wife, it's like, where do these guys come from? Like Tommy Fury doesn't look fuck all like John Fury, and Roman doesn't look like him at all.
I've never heard of Roman Fury.
Yeah, no.
He's also a boxer, but he's not as prevalent.
Who's not a boxer in this family? Christ alive.
Yeah, one of them just became
Shane
a
isn't a
solicitor.
boxer because he's too fat.
What does Shane do?
Or it's the Jiffy Van, definitely.
I think Shane sells second-hand cars.
Sells boxing gloves.
And
there we go. John Fury, wife Chantal. Or no, Chantal. What?
Chantal.
Chantal.
Yeah, Chantal. I think Chantal was his first wife.
Is she French? She sounds classy. Sounds exotic.
Chantal.
Is she French?
What kind of name is Chantal? Made up name.
It's like that girl that my sister was friends with.
That's
that
what I was thinking of, yeah.
She called herself Shannon. It was not Shannon, it was like Shannon. And every time you said Shannon, she'd be like, that's not my fucking name.
I'm on some fucking shite article like the Daily Sport or whatever about his family tree. Hold on.
His family tree that goes all the way back to like Henry III.
He's actually got his family tree in the back of the book, so
Oh shit.
you can do that here.
Really?
But yeah, he's got quite a few kids.
So only 4 of them are boxers. The Waynes.
Only 4.
Both Tommy and Tyson, and subsequently their other brother Shane, continued the Fury boxing family heritage, getting the bug from their father.
Roman's a boxer as well. This is a bit fucked up. In his family tree, he's got John Fury, and his only 2 kids that he's put down is Tyson and Tommy. Oh,
Why are his other kids not there?
not successful enough apparently to be made
Are they
public.
not? Are they just not boxers or what? Like.
Well, Roman's a boxer. I mean, he's not very successful. But
Is
he's a
Roman
boxer.
not Tyson's son?
No, Roman's John's son. It might not be Roman, but it's something like Roman.
Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury, I don't know who he is. Roman Fury, right?
Yeah, Roman.
He's a cruiserweight, I don't know what that is, cruiserweight boxer.
It's pretty light, right?
Yeah.
There's a million.
No, Cruz is heavy.
No, I think Cruiser's fairly light.
No, he's a light wee guy, look.
Oh, there must be
There
light
is.
then.
But yeah, anyway, my review of it is
Bish.
not good. Weirdly enough, he's not a talented writer.
I never would have guessed.
Super
But you-
heavyweight, that's what Shane Fury was.
He is a big
heavyweight.
fat one.
Excellent.
Shane's like, I think Shane is the most John Fury. Shane is like the highest dose of John Fury.
Oh, he's like John Fury plus.
No, Shane, I'll show you him. He's just a guy with... Look, there he is.
Mate, he looks exactly like him. And Tyson
You've
is
always heard, though.
second. Tyson's second.
He's like a more balanced version.
No, he's not balanced. Tyson is basically John.
So, how much you pay for that then?
£10 off Amazon.
£10?
Yeah, not bad.
Pretty good. For hours of entertainment, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Chant.
I will finish it, but I very much doubt the next 50 pages are going to be life changing. It's going to like change my opinion about the book entirely.
So, did you prefer that on Morris's?
I much preferred Morrissey's.
Morris-
I would have read Morrissey's section about 9/11 over and over again rather than reading this piece of shit.
Is Morrissey quite a good writer?
Yeah, very good writer. Very eloquent.
You know, though, it's a nice kind of beauty, though, because you see it and you go, you know what, maybe I could write a book too.
If
You
you
know?
had a...
If he can write a book.
This is
At
this
that
is the
level of-
Sex Pistols of novels
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
he's not known for his literary.
Yeah,
prowess.
but then again, if he can write that, you know what I mean?
No,
Oh,
I don't think it's in question that most people would write better than him, but they don't have the life story to tell.
Yeah, they don't
He's
have
earned the
heavy
right to
lines
tell
or
that
whatever.
story.
Well, all the Amazon reviews were all saying, like, you really should have got into your actual life more than this. Maybe about the fact that you went to jail. Maybe you could have
Well,
told
he
us
doesn't
about
talk
the jail.
about that at all.
Not really, no.
Yeah, I looked up what it was. He gouged the guy's eye out.
Oh.
Yeah, in a fight in a car show, I think. He goes the guy's
Car
eye.
show.
And his mum said the day before that she had the gift that
she
his
could
mum said,
foresee.
don't get into any fights tomorrow because I foresee something bad happening. And then something bad happened.
No fucking way.
I
From
know.
a fight.
From a fight,
She
yeah.
must be psychic.
Do you know what was weird about the Morrissey autobiography? More people died in it than John Fury's autobiography. Honestly, every couple of pages it was like, and he died tragically young, and this person died tragically young. And weirdly enough, it was always like 2 weeks after he sent me a letter grovelingly apologising about, you know, all of his wrongdoings towards me, he died.
Why? Who had it? He had a lot of beefs, Morrissey.
Oh, a lot of beefs.
He seems
yeah.
like a guy
He
who's
was
a lot
beef
of beef.
laden.
Why was he beefing with folk?
Because he was.
Why wasn't
Well,
he?
I mean, if you read Morrissey's autobiography, everybody was being unreasonable, basically,
Oh, okay.
and wanting too much from him, etc.
Does he? You say he doesn't admit being right wing. You say he doesn't admit that.
No, well, he said that NME painted him as some right wing monster, and they have because the head of NME at the time didn't like him. But obviously he is right wing.
What do you mean he said that people demanded too much of him? What do you mean?
Probably just being dramatic.
Well,
He's a flavour for it.
well, for example, like his publishers would never actually print enough copies of any album for them to get to #1 or stuff like that. They'd have major fallings out with them over that, and everybody just seemed to be utterly useless other than him, basically, if you read his novel.
Could he's? I mean, I know he sings in that. But I imagine he's very talented in that. But can he play instruments?
No, he played piano on one Smith song, and it was basically just him fanning about for hours, and then something eventually sounded good, and then I think Johnny Marr turned that into an actual melody on the piano. But other than that, he's musically talented, but he can't play any instruments.
I mean, I think if you'd had that kind of talent for singing, for coming up with melodies, vocal melodies, surely you'd have some means of playing by ear. You know what I mean? You know, because remember Aidan had to go at that bloody mandolin, right? He's never seen a mandolin, well, seen one, but he's never had to go at one.
But Aidan can play guitar.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same. He'd have a go at piano and it'd be pretty good, you know what I mean?
I took piano lessons as a kid. For a
Okay.
year.
Oh, an oboe then. Right, whatever. Any instrument.
I think that Morrissey when he was young was really, he really wanted to play an instrument, and then he said, out of one of the largest mistakes of my life, I brought a drum kit. He was like 11. He brought this drum kit, and then he played two cymbals for a while, and then he went downstairs to go outside or something, and then his neighbour was like, "Is that you bought a drum kit then?" And he was so embarrassed that he never touched a drum kit.
Yeah, I wouldn't
ever
have
again.
Morrissey on the drum. He's
No.
not a drummer.
He's not a drummer.
Too sensitive for the drums.
Tit-bit bullshit.
Surely it's tidbit or bullshit, not tidbit bullshit.
You're supposed to say tit-bit bullshit.
But bullshit. Right, here we go.
Right.
They're all Jack Nicholson.
You go,
things.
first of all, maybe explain the rules of Tidbit
Right,
of
I'm going to say 3 facts.
3 facts.
About like a figure. It's Jack Nicholson this week because we did The Shining last week, right?
And you were too hungover to do the Tidbit of
Yes,
bullshit at
yes.
that time.
Stretching the word "we" there. You were not present when we talked about The Shining.
Right, but I was going to be because I watched the film and that, right?
You shat yourself when I had to go home.
I didn't fucking shit myself.
It was pish.
I didn't piss myself either, I was hungover. Right, anyway, so these are all Jack Nicholson facts, so you have to tell me which of these are true.
Okay.
Right, so first,
Actually, I'd just like to first check. So you didn't listen to the podcast last week?
no, not at all.
No, who the fuck would listen to that shit?
So it might be
That's-
the case that...
Finally, he's been relatable to listeners.
So it might be the case you've like talked about this shit.
Yeah.
I thought about. I didn't think of that.
Well, go ahead.
Go
and
ahead,
say
go
mine.
ahead, we'll tell you.
God, have you actually? It's not related to The Shining, is it?
No, not really
Go.
to the sound. Right. Okay. So the 3 facts. Let me remember what they are. Right. Jack Nicholson. Right. Once owned like a hippie commune. Right. That got taken over by bandits. That's fact number 1. Right.
True. That's true.
That's true.
Shut the fuck up. Right. Fact number
Well, that's
2.
the point of the
is you're
game.
supposed to guess.
Right, fact number 2.
Right, so definitely is true because he got annoyed. when we
No,
said it's
just
true.
listen. Let me do the fucking 3 of them.
Let him do his bit. Right, let him do his
Fact number 2.
bit. Right.
Jack Nicholson was once arrested and charged for assault and battery on somebody in a road traffic dispute. He'd bashed in top of somebody's roof with a golf club. Right.
That is true.
Yeah, I think we're about to come to the lie.
Yeah, I've literally read that before, I think.
Right, number 3.
This is going to be so
He
ridiculous.
did it in the same order as last week where he told 2 truths.
You don't
and
know
then
it's
told a
fucking
lie.
true, you prick.
Well, I do, I think that.
No, you don't know. Right, number 3. Jack Nicholson, in order to method act for the film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, lived for 6 months. It's not that long.
It really was a good method that day. He was alive for 6 months in preparation
6
for the role.
weeks in a mental asylum.
Yeah, total rubbish.
Which one of them?
they don't just let people live in a mental asylum. because
They
they're
also realised halfway through about 6 months and went, wait, no, that's way too long.
Yeah.
Hold on. 6 weeks, I mean.
They're in the same order as last week when he did 2 truths and then told the lie. You know you can vary that.
That wasn't. No, because you don't know which one's.
Okay, so the assault and battery.
Yeah.
from-
It's true, I've
is
definitely
true.
heard that before.
And the hippie commune that was taken over by bandits. Actually, do we think that's true?
Yeah.
Do we know how many? Do we know what's true and what's? So how many truths are there? And how many
2 truths and a lie. It's
Two-
2
two
truths and a
truths.
lie, essentially.
Okay, well
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna
In
think
that
the bandit
order.
commune is true.
Yeah, the
Okay.
thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing is not
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the method action
That's,
just
that,
sounds
is,
like a bit
that
of
one's true.
bullshit.
And then,
Callum,
yeah.
revealed to us at long last.
What is the bullshit and what is
It's
the
the
tidbit?
it's the method acting.
Oh,
No
what?
way, man.
Who would have guessed?
I think they're better than.
Do you
They
have
are,
any
they
more?
are better,
Do you
still
have
a
any
bit than the
more?
last one.
No, not really. No. I've got the ones I did the first time.
I find your see the we did this before in the Lost podcast,
The
the
Lost
podcast
episode,
that,
yeah.
that never made it. But in your lie, while being funny, was so obviously a fucking lie, and it's only something you would come up
No, that
with. Tell your lie. Tell your
that
lie.
could have happened. The lie was I can't remember what the other 2 were, but they were true. Basically, it was one of them was Kesha. Kesha keeps teeth. She keeps her fans' teeth. That's a true. The other one was
That's a true.
what was the other one?
I don't know, but I only remember your lie.
Right, and the lie was that Stevie Wonder got pulled over in a car park because Prince had gave him a go at the wheel, right?
Yeah, it was,
And I
Prince was teaching Stevie Wonder, a blind man, how to drive in a car park, and somehow they got pulled over in a fucking car park.
Well,
Well, he was blind.
the police came in obviously and went thinking what's going on, this guy's a bit hesitant, and it's Stevie Wonder.
Hesitant in a car park.
Because he doesn't fucking know what he's doing, does he? He can't fucking see.
Yeah, but it's a car park. It's not on the road. You don't get pulled over.
But the police is just walking past having a look, and he goes over and it's Stevie
It's not illegal to teach your son how to drive in a car park.
Yeah, but I think if it's a blind man, you
Yeah, but how the fuck does he know he's blind?
because he turned up the fucking window. Because the guy's going about like this skittering, right? And so obviously, the police comes up, right, goes to the window, like has a look, and it's Stevie Wonder and Prince. That could be true.
No.
I don't.
No,
really
obviously
think that's
could
gonna
not be true.
no.
That could. Be
I mean, as amusing as it may be,
That
that's
could be
so
true.
obviously a lie.
The other one was as ridiculous, the actual truth, and you were so that's so obviously a lie.
No, I said that one was so obviously a lie.
Right, let me do another fact. Right.
He's just gonna make it up on the go.
No, I'm going to think of
Gonna do it
one.
live.
I'm going to think of a fact.
Wow, he's
That's
a pro.
that's what making it up means.
There's going to be two of them, right? One's true, one's false, right?
Okay. Here we go.
Lawrence of Arabia,
Okay.
right, was asexual, right, and wrote regularly.
False, he was gay.
No, he wrote regularly in his diaries about wee guys hugging each other, like gay guys.
Sorry?
Wee guys like hugging
do you
each
mean?
other. Like
Why would an asexual write that?
Well, that's what he was doing.
Why are
He's
they
just
particularly gay
documenting.
guys?
He's got screeds and screeds about wee gay guys like hugging and
Yeah, but why are they gay?
Why would it?
the Navy boys are Navy guys. You know.
Why would an asexual write that?
That's,
Did they have-
that's
did
what
they
he was
have-
doing.
Did they have
That doesn't make
the
any
Navy?
sense.
Right.
Yeah, those two, that's not... You just said he's asexual and...
And also he's fantasizing
How
about
do
gay
those
men
He's not
hugging each other.
fantasising, he's documenting it.
What do you mean he's... What, every time he says he sees two gay people hug each other, he writes it down?
Yeah, apparently.
What are
Right.
you fucking talking about?
Right, that's fact number one. Fact number two, what will we do?
And that is a guaranteed fact.
Right, fact number
By the way.
two. Marilyn Monroe, right, was once... I can think of something.
Why'd you have
Yo,
to
I'm
think
gonna
of it?
think of
It's true.
something. Jesus Christ.
Why'd you have to think of it?
No,
It's
think
true.
of something.
Also, both, because this is obviously going to be not a fact, but the last one's not going to be a fact either. You're just going to misremember something about Lawrence of Arabia. He's asexual, but he was writing about. It's a fact. All right, okay, so we know which one's a
No,
fact then.
I'll give you two. Right, I'll do. So Matt, I'll give you another.
Can't
One.
even think of one.
No, I'll give you another two. That's number one.
Do you know what this is like? Do you know what this is like? This is like when the old man at the pub comes and sits at your table uninvited.
Until somebody buys him a pint.
Exactly.
To
This
get
is
him to go
exactly
away.
what this is like.
No, okay, I'll think of another fact. This is a fact.
I think I could come up with
No,
two
shut
facts, just not lying.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I could do it right now.
No, I'm doing another.
I think I'm going to outdo it.
No.
This is round 2 of Tip That or Bullshit with Aidan.
It's going to be hard to give a straight face
Okay.
in this one. This is number 1, round 1. Now, I've written it down, so I'm going to try to read it as clearly as I can because I don't want my... See, the thing is, you'll think, oh, if I laugh, that means it's rubbish, or if I stutter, you'll think, oh, he's making it up.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read it as
Yeah, but
straight.
fooling us is part of the game, mate.
I'm not that clever. Right, okay. I'm not going
to argue with you.
Just read the first one.
Right. Yoko Ono's father was totally mute until he was 16 years old, but he graduated from college at 18. Second one. Peter Ustinov was David Niven's footman in World War II.
You love
Footman is the way it's pronounced.
on David Niven today.
Number 3. C.S. Lewis and Aldous Huxley died on the same day, but nobody noticed because it was the same day JFK was assassinated.
No. CS.
I'm going to go over them again quickly. So Yoko Ono's father was totally mute till he was 16, but he graduated from college at 18. Peter Ustinov was David Niven's footman in World War II. C.S. Lewis and Aldous Huxley died on the same day, but nobody noticed because it was the same day JFK was assassinated.
I noticed this is the second David Niven appearance.
Yeah.
So 2 of these are true and 1 of these is false.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's David Niven.
Much better than the last one, do you think?
David Niven's bullshit.
So I believe the Yoko Ono's father was mute till 16.
How
and
did you
graduated
start
college.
speaking?
Yeah, I believe that.
How did you start speaking at 16 though?
You just do it.
That happens, yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine he probably had autism. He went non-verbal mode.
16?
For 16 years.
Maybe? I don't know.
No, bullshit. These are all bullshit. Is that like a curveball?
That's not the point.
The curveball is I did not follow the rules of the game.
And therefore I win and you lose.
I think it's David Niven. I think that's a lot of shite.
Yeah, what none of you have mentioned the C.S. Lewis Aldous Huxley one.
C.S. Lewis would be about
I believe he died in the
65 or something.
No idea.
I don't know how old he was. I don't really know. I reckon.
I think that's probably true. C.S. Lewis and Aldous Huxley.
Yeah.
I mean, I would believe it. I would believe that one.
David
It doesn't.
Niven.
It seems the most ordinary, to be honest.
Well, then is that a trick?
Yeah,
Is that one of Aidan's
No, it's
famous
David Niven.
tricks?
No, it's David. That's nonsense. It's David Niven. That's shite.
So you're voting
Okay.
for David Niven?
I'm voting
Yeah,
David.
I think we need an
What's
answer.
your-
now.
I believe that Yoko Ono's dad went non-verbal mode for 16 years and then graduated college at 18
I believe that. Yeah.
because she came
it's,
from
it's
wealth.
between the other
Yeah,
two.
you need to say. Well, you need to say the one that's not true. That's the odd one out.
Yeah. What's the odd one? It's
No,
either
I'm still thinking though.
I
I'm
think we
not
need
locked in.
Nah,
like
I
Cal.
think no. I think this is going on too long. I think you need to give an answer.
Are you going to back Cal though?
So what do you think?
He thinks that David Niven was not Peter Ustinov's footman.
I'm gonna say that.
Who the hell is Peter Ustinov again?
He's a sort of, it's public intellectual type guy.
I'm not going to say anything.
I think that one's a lie.
He defo fought in World War II.
I think the second one's a lie.
Can I have an old kick,
Because
Tom?
I just feel like C.S. Lewis and Albert Huxley, I just feel like they probably did that around that time.
Right, I need an answer from you now.
David
As a group.
Niven.
Alright, go David Niven.
You're saying David Niven?
That's a lie.
It's the falsehood.
That's a lie.
David Niven. No, Peter Ustinov was David Niven's footman
Whoa.
in World War II,
That's something.
and I can confirm that C.S. Lewis and Aldous Huxley did die on the same day, the day of the JFK assassination. Yoko Ono's father was not mute
He did
until,
not go non-verbal mode.
until 16. I just
Wow.
completely made that up.
For
That was good.
obviously the bullshit. Well, why did we fucking fall for that?
Because you were convincing us that it was David Niven.
Not only that her father was mute until 16, he
Graduated
graduated
college
college
at
2
18.
years after he said his first word.
There was no speaking exam in this college.
See, I got you. I got
Got
you.
him.
I told you that one was good.
Last week we mentioned both mogging and furries, and our listeners, i.e. Aidan's mum and my girlfriend, were asking, "What can we have the
Same
definition?" But can we have the definition? Tom, I'll go to you, being our resident incel. Can we have the definition of mogging, please?
So mogging is when you basically you sort of show your authority over someone or your superiority. Mostly in the gym. See it in a lot of gym bro sort of circles where someone will sort of mog you because they are better looking. They will sort of use their presence as a better looking individual.
It's a sort of power pose.
Yeah, it's power play, you know.
Tom,
Yeah.
where do you see all this pish? 'Cause
Online, mate.
I believe it comes from AMOG, which is an incel terminology for alpha male of the group.
Why do you know that?
Yeah.
Because I watched a video of a man explaining what mogging was
Right.
after
He
the
sat his ass
podcast.
down and listened.
So it's just kind of power play, right? That's right.
And then,
Furry's a wee.
So for example,
like how you jumped to what a furry was, Carl.
Yeah,
No one
yeah.
asked
You're
you.
really
I
excited
know what a
about that,
flippin'
man.
furry was, mate. It's a wee guy wears a costume
Could be
of
a
a
big
wolf
guy.
or of a like an animal and get shagged. That's the thrust
Well,
of
I
it.
think
I think it's
that's not a proper definition, to be
I
honest.
think that's the BT definition, and we should say that we do not affiliate with this definition totally.
That's a
The
fucking
concise
definition.
That was
Speaker
it.
dictionary.
That was a disgrace to the furry community, that definition.
Yeah, I feel like that's
It's
very
a
unfair. on
bunch
the
of wee
community.
weirdos that dress up as animals shag each other.
Well, they
That's the
have,
thrust of it.
well,
I feel like that's
let's
a
go a little bit
gross
further than that.
misappropriation of the furry community.
People have what they call a fursona,
Right.
which is their chosen animal, that animal's characteristics, what that animal wears, how that animal behaves. Then they go and contact some company, I suppose, that...
Usually artists on Twitter, as we were discussing last time on the podcast.
Yes.
Artists.
Artists
Artists.
that will make them...
Seamsters.
That will make them a human size
Oh, yeah,
or a human suit that reflects that animal and said characteristics. And you said they cost up to £12,000.
They can cost so much money.
Do you think
So
you can
much
get that
money.
on like Klarna or whatever?
Do you think that would go back, like if you were trying to buy a mortgage and then your accountant or whatever sees that you transferred someone 12 grand for
I think
furry
they'd
suit?
be mogged. They'd be financially mogged.
It's a bit of financial mogging. But so that, and then also they go to cons, don't they? Dressed
Yeah.
as
They usually go to conventions and stuff.
where they will be basically cottaging, animal cottaging in the bathroom of these conventions.
Oh, honestly, I think it's fucking ringing something weird about it, man.
Well, it's certainly something weird about it.
Simply the
I don't
fact
think
that
that's
It's certainly not
controversial.
Something weird about this.
I can't put my finger on it, but something's not right.
Unusual, yeah.
I reckon, I don't know. Like, just look them up. That's what I say.
Just look them up.
Would you lock them up? Is it like political prisoners? They can
look
wear their
them up.
own.
I
They
thought
can
you
wear
said- I
their
thought
own
you said lock them up.
clothes.
You mean lock them up?
What do you think I said?
I thought you said look them up
I thought
as
you
in
said
tell
look them
people
up
to...
as
No, lock them up.
Ah.
I'll be locking them up in their fursuits and
Yeah.
their fursuits.
Yeah, like they did with the Nazis or whatever. No, I don't think they should
What
be
do you
locked.
mean, like they did with the Nazis?
Because they're political prisoners, they can wear
Yeah.
their own clothes.
Yeah, you never seen The Great Escape in that? They're all wearing army uniforms. It's like that, but
Right.
for big wolves and big...
So you're comparing furries to Nazis now?
No, let's maybe not say that actually. Let's get that edited out.
I think we've already angered the furry community enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them have been normal, just a bit weird, a bit of a weird hobby.
We all have eccentricities. And I feel like that's...
They just
man.
like Discord and use Discord a bit too much. Probably.
Man, this is fucking thorough-pish. Anyway, that's enough.
Well, you've decided.
Yep.
He's the AMOG, he's the alpha male of the group.
Clearly,
He's decided that we've had enough now.
We need to cut down incel pish, man. That's too much. Crazy.
Well, we were asked to define the incel terminology.
Why are you talking about incel pish? I'll go.
Well, maybe if you listened, you would have known. But because you're such a narcissist, you can't even listen to a
I'm not gonna
podcast
listen-
that you're not involved
I'm
in.
not going to listen to my own one. You think I'm going to listen to this pish? No.
Well, why should they
He
listen
wasn't
if
even
you're not
listening
even
while I was
listening?
I was
recording.
going to say...
He's barely paying attention right now.
He's on his fucking phone.
He's been on his phone most of the time.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Looking at Drake's Willy.
Only looked at Drake's Willy's one.
Drake's Snake.
Way.
Oh, nice.
Do you wanna say like a sign off?
No.